Okay. Cat is paused. Of course it is. Come on. Excuse me. XSplit froze. I don't know if you guys are even seeing anything right now. You might be able to, but for some reason I cannot do anything on XSplit. Why did my chat move? One second. I'm going to restart XSplit. Give me a second. Come on, XSplit, respawn. Was working just fine a minute ago. BRB, just a sec. All right, we should be back. Sorry about that. I need to do one thing. Change this back. So we can actually see what we're doing. And I went to the wrong channel. Okay. All right, does anybody know what happened last time? Di has herself a co-counselor for this this game. Do you know what happened last time, Di? Plushy was probably in here too, so I'm sure he knows too. Shenanigans happened. Well, we were in a courtroom, so we did have a trial last time. So we first met Simon Blackwell, who's a convict that's also prosecuting. And yeah, we had a lot of yokai shenanigans. We had the manor caretaker who gave us a very big circus show. Simon Blackwell finally breaks out of his shackles. Do we have to mention the Mood Matrix scenario? there was a lot. You're right. These are going to get quite long. So we're back to investigation now. April 18th, 1:20 p.m. Write Anything Agency. Having a yokai testify in court is unprecedented, to say the least. Oh, did I also mention that our client became possessed at the end? I am Tenmataro, the yokai you seek. How could such a straight-laced man like Mr. Tenma suddenly become a demon? Yeah, it's strange. Even worse, Prosecutor Blackwell is playing along. I can't even think straight anymore. I need to get out for a run. See you in a bit. Wait, what about the investigation? That it. Whoa, Truzy, welcome back. Oh, you're in your stage outfit. Back from work? Yep. I really nailed this new magic trick I've been working on. I also heard about those tricks that were conjured up in court earlier today. You know, the demon out of nowhere trick and Polly's tightrope style defense trick. I was seriously considering a disappearing act of my own after all that craziness. Anyways, our next trick is to find a suspect other than the mayor. I know the killer must have used the air duct in their escape. And whoever did that was the Tenmataro that Mr. Filch and Jinxie saw. Right, maybe there's some evidence in the air duct. The right fight starts right now. The real fight starts right now. Hey, before you go, let me make the evidence you no longer need disappear. 3, 2, 1, ta-da! Unnecessary evidence has disappeared into Tusu's magic panties. Blushy, if you missed the last one, that's one of her magic tricks. And in the last game, we actually had to go get those panties because somebody stole it. Yeah. I wonder where all the stuff goes. Okay, let's get over to the scene of the crime. Vamonos, Apollo, vamonos. April 18th, Ruby Manor, Fox Chamber. Hello, Worm. You might want to calm down with the spamming, please. Detective Fulbright, mind if we search the air duct? Well, since you're really on the side of justice, I suppose I can let you. Plus, my own sense of justice has been called into doubt, so... Wonder if he's been like this ever since the trial. Well, his sense of justice has been beaten to a pulp. It'll probably take a while for him to recover. I sort of feel bad for him, but we have work to do. Let's go get the evidence we need. The air duct is the key. We know the Tenmataro impersonator used it to make an escape. After murdering the alderman, the killer left the Fox Chamber through the hallway door. Then, after locking the door from the outside, the killer entered the air duct in the hallway. Finally, the killer dropped the key into the box chamber through the air vent there. Then went back through the air duct and fled the manor. That's how the illusion of the no one entering or leaving the locked room was created. If the killer passed through the air duct, maybe we'll find some evidence there. Yeah, maybe some black feathers or something like that. Well, here's our vent. It's awfully high up. Don't worry, I brought a stepladder. Happy hunting. How nice of her to volunteer me for the job. Whoa, big black up in here. Well, here goes nothing. There's a thick layer of dust in here. Well, it looks like the air duct hasn't been in use. I don't get it. Find anything? What the heck happened? Hold on a sec. PC might have crashed a little bit. We had a little bit of pause. Now everything's reset. Am I back online? Everything reset. I saw the monitor go down, which means the computer went down. Okay. That's unusual. That's never happened before. Down. Okay. We'll keep an eye on that more. Because that's a computer problem. That's not the application problem. Although it does say that my audio is muted on this side. Why? I can't even turn it on. As long as you guys can hear me, I don't care. The computer will just have to deal with it. Yikes, Apollo, what happened? You're covered in dust. Yeah, dust. Lots of dust. So, what'd you find? You know how dust collects on something when nobody uses it for a long time? No audio for the game? 1, 2, 3. Not even the texting portion. Hold on. I have to restart the XSplit. Give me a second. Okay. We'll test audio now. Sorry about that. Yeah, like Mr. Wright's desk back at the office. Did you hear that? 1, 2, 3. Right. You think it'd be possible to crawl over to the sort of dust without leaving a trail? I seriously doubt it. Wait, you're not suggesting... No one's going through that duct. No one's gone through that duct lately? Kinda looks that way. And if it's true, Mr. Tenma, or Mayor Tenma, is going to be fingered as the killer. But we don't turn things around quickly. And justice we trust. Ah! Ha ha ha! Sorry, Mr. Justice. But it seems your justice was not the most just after all. It is my sense of justice that has prevailed. Ah. Detective Fulbright sure seems chipper all of a sudden. Ugh. And I'm back to my old devastated self. Aw, come on. Where's the never say die spirit? Bring it on, Mr. Lawyer Man. Bring it on. Let me suffer in peace. Justice prevails once more. It's not over yet, and besides, kicking someone when they're down is what bad guys do. You calling me a bad guy? Me? Bobby Fulbright, champion of justice? Then how about some information on the investigation? We need some help here. Information about the investigation? Alright, but I won't have you calling me a bad guy ever again, understood? We did it, Apollo! Yeah, but how long can we keep this up? I can't believe Prosecutor Blackwell was stooped that low. I mean, to pin the blame on a yokai. He really wants a conviction at all costs. You could give a yokai a run for its money when she's mad. Yes, well, I have him writing a self-reflection essay as we speak. Wonder how long this essay is. 30 pages? Self-reflection. I doubt that'll teach him anything. Yeah, he'll probably just write dotard 1,000 times. Get rid of you. That whole yokai business is most likely a ploy to win a conviction. Truth is, Prosecutor Blackwell believes Jinxie Tenma planted that yokai stuff. Planted it in an effort to protect her father, the real killer. Yeah, right. I'd like to see him prove it. Whoa, calm down. He doesn't have any decisive or direct evidence, but we did find this. It was at the base of the cliff just outside Kubi Manor. Wait, that isn't the staff Tenmataro was supposedly carrying, is it? The one and only. Miss Tenma, no doubt, tossed it over the cliff when she was done. No way! Well, what about prints? Nope, no fingerprints. But if she was wearing a costume, there wouldn't be any anyway. So, prints or no prints, it's not going to work in our favor. Did the room just change direction all of a sudden? Weren't we in the back of the room, facing towards the door? Not in front of the door? Capcom, are you doing some hunting trickery here? Because I'm pretty sure we were over there on the other side of the folding screen. Sounds like the staff might have belonged to the mansion. But if that's the case, then where in the mansion did Tenmataro get it from? Did Prosecutor Blackwell figure out that the victim was the amazing Ninetales? He did indeed. He's a sharp one after all. He figured it out while investigating the municipal merger and the victim's past. The amazing Ninetales sparked the yokai craze and worked against the merger. And Mayor Damien Tenma is the corrupt politician who murdered the great hero. The amazing Ninetales fans are so angry, they even tried to storm the detention center. I don't blame them. I mean, their favorite masked wrestling hero was murdered. They must have been shocked when they found out what happened. Speaking of which, isn't Jinxie also a fan of the amazing Ninetales? A wrestler's mask is more precious than his own life. He never unmasked himself in front of others. But there are matches where wrestlers battle for the right to remove each other's masks. To have your mask torn off into the worst humiliation a wrestler could suffer. That's why their masks are more important to them than life itself. He spoke with a passion that only a fan could appreciate. You ought to become fans yourselves and go protest in front of the prison. What? No. Did you forget that Mayor Tenma is not only Jinxie's father, but our client? Yeah. You be careful now. You're defending the most hated mayor in history. I just hope you don't find yourself on the wrong end of a figure 4 leg lock. He's not Ric Flair! He's not part of the 4 Horsemen! Maybe I should wear a mask to hide my identity. Are there any other new developments we should know? Now that you mention it. Our suspect is suffering partial memory loss. But he did manage to remember something. Dad, what did he say? He said he didn't want to speak with us. His exact words were, "I am under no obligation to speak with you mortals." And other things of that nature. I wonder what Mayor Tenma will remember. Too bad you can't go ask him now, because Prosecutor Blackwell is busy questioning him. I know. Why don't you wait down at the playground with the rest of the kids? What now, Apollo? How about regrouping back at the agency? Good idea. We might get some words of wisdom out of Mr. Wright while we are here. April 18th. Write anything, Aiden. Maybe I'll go over some past cases. No, go do some research on exorcism. Hey, what's with you guys? You seem bummed out. How should I put this? It's like we're at the edge of a cliff and the only way is down. In other words, business as usual, right? Yeah, I suppose so. Except this time it's like we're bound and gagged in two. Don't forget blindfold with our ears plugged out. Ooh, and monsters at every turn, huh? Sounds rough. Hey, Apollo. Oh, and Athena's here too. Mr. Wright. How goes the investigation, Apollo? Athena? I think it's safe to say that things have gotten hairier than before. Really? What happened? I was watching the two of you this morning from the gallery. That was one tough day in court, to say the least. I know, I've never had to defend a yokai before. That business about the locked room was another major hurdle. Yeah, and on top of that, Jinxie was accused of being an accomplice. But at least you figured out how someone could have escaped that room. Yeah, well, we just found out that our reasoning might be a tad flawed. Oh, really? Well, that's bad news. how are we going to get out of this one? The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. So that saying has been used in the original trilogy. Mia has said it. You just heard Phoenix say it. Force a smile. Yeah, my mentor taught me that back when I was still learning the trade. He also taught me to return to the basics whenever I got stuck. Think outside the box. Return to the basics. That's right. Always believe in your client no matter what happens. That is a lawyer's greatest and most trusted weapon. The basics. Always believe in your client, huh? So, Mr. Wright, how long have you known Athena? I met her during the trip to Europe. Huh? You were in Europe? Why haven't I heard about this before? Yeah, I went there a few times to study the various legal systems over there. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. I thought you worked as a pianist after you quit practicing law. I did. An old friend of mine needed help with some legal work from time to time, so... Oh, I guess you were never very far from the courtroom. It was like fate brought us together! It's thanks to Mr. Wright that I became a lawyer at all. I knew she was lawyer material from the moment I met her. And I have high hopes for her ability to analyze people's emotions. Oh, it's nothing special. Maybe I've underestimated the analytical psychology of it. It's just, I thought that if my special ability could help defend innocent people, then I had to do everything in my power to bring it to the courtroom. That's when I really started hitting the books hard. I'm so amazed she actually became a lawyer. And at the tender age of 18, no less. Wow. That's almost superhuman. Or personal, like she's trying to help somebody she knows. Alright, I'm totally pumped up after talking to you, Mr. Wright. It's like you said, the worst of times when lawyers have to force their biggest smile. And don't forget to return to basics when you get stuck. Keep believing in my client. Right. Mr. Wright? Yes? I'm going to go visit our client. I think that's a good idea. Alright. Time to see what's new down at the detention center. April 18th. Detention center. Visitors room. Mayor Tenma, we wanted to talk to you about something. Some of my minions have returned! Oh, he's a yokai. I wonder if you'll ever be able to talk to Mayor Tenma again. Silent, settler of the legal trade. Free me from these imprisoning walls with Great Ace. Wow. He's sounding more and more like a real demon with every sentence. I'm starting to wonder if we should even be helping him with his freedom. Still, we can't let Mayor Tenma stay possessed. You know what I mean. You can clear me of these charges. I shall help in whatever manner I may. Now, ask of me what you will. Suppose it's worth a shot. Were those feathers and tracks at the scene of the crime really your doing? Indeed. The remnants of Tamataro, king of the underworld, they be. The day when I once again dominate the mortal world is at hand. Ka 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 ka! Prosecution claims the feathers and tracks were planted by Jinxie. What's this? I must
breach these walls and go defend my little Jinxie at once.
Huh? Mayor Tenma, is that you?
Well now, Damien appears to still reside within this body. But I should have expected as much from a descendant of mine. Be silent now, Damien.
I guess a little thing like demonic possession won't stop a father's love for his daughter. You didn't kill Alderman Ruby, did you?
I have killed no one. The remnants of my presence have been misconstrued. The murderer is not I. For if I had slain that mortal, raging hellfire would have... Yikes!
They didn't let me finish that one. So you're saying there must have been somebody else there? Come to think of it, the mayor had mentioned that he'd been clobbered with this statue. I better ask about this too. Detective Fulbright mentioned that you might have something new to tell me.
Indeed I have. I regurgitated this key but a short while ago.
He regurgitated the key. Keep that mental image in mind. I'm sure he's aware that there's a camera behind him. I don't think the camera really phases him. Otherwise, I think that security guard would be more phased than that camera would. So keep that mental image in mind. He regurgitated this key.
Behold, the key to the forbidden chamber.
Whoa! Is regurgitation one of your demonic powers too?
Bah! I do not waste my powers on such parlor tricks. Take the key from the killer, did Damien, whereupon he swallowed it. He sought to bar the killer entry to the forbidden chamber.
So he wanted to keep it shut tight?
No fingerprints shall you find upon that key.
Well, of course you're not. He swallowed it. That's made out of a cast iron. Can you imagine what cast iron does to your stomach? I'm surprised he's still alive. How do you know that? Wait. Is that another one of your demonic powers then?
Foolish mortal. You would have me, Tenmataro, act as such asinine alchemist? I but asked the jailer, and my will was done. Quite eagerly, I must add. Always an honor to serve you, malevolence.
Wow. Guess I'm not the only one he scares the living daylights out of. Can we ask how you use this key? We couldn't find a keyhole anywhere in or around the door.
Curse that infernal door. But if I had have known its manner of opening long, long ago, would I have made my return?
There's a point there. Maybe Jinxie knows something about how the whole thing works. Forbidden chamber key added to the court record. It's not a normal key, because there has to be 2 holes for this to work. Because the key has to go into 2 holes, and then in order for it to turn. Sure. I'll wait for you. Keep XSplit from crashing. I'm not gonna do change scenes so much. Alright, while we're waiting for her, I'm going to talk about some future projects here. Plushie, if you want to participate after the stream, we're going to start up RPG Maker. If you want to help out, you can definitely help out. If you have Parsec, if you create a Parsec account, you can help make maps if you'd like. I would love to have somebody help her make maps. At the moment, we're going to be working on making maps for the new area. Game functions and dialogue for the new areas will probably come in after those maps are made. We got a basic fundamental in how we want the world to work, how the game will function. We just have to copy and paste that function into other areas. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing, and we may be doing that for the week. So you may expect a Discord stream throughout this entire week. As for stream for RPG Maker, it's still scheduled, but we don't know what day we're going to do that yet. Maybe soon. Probably when I try to get Castlevania finished. So that's what we're going to be working with. After Dual Destinies gets finished, which this will probably take us to about the end of the year. Starting in the next year, we're going to go do Spirit of Justice. Okay? Which is the last of the main series, and then we go into the Great Ace Attorney. Andy's going to take over from there. I will figure out what game to play from there. Because Andy hasn't done the Great Ace Attorney on stream. I have. I had COVID when I was doing the Great Ace Attorney 2. I did Resolve, and I was suffering from COVID, but I wasn't doing any voice acting then, because you can go back and read it anytime you like. Yeah, you can watch those anytime you like. This is the second time I'm doing this. I'm doing it with Di. This is going to be slightly different because first time we voice acted any of them. Don't want this darkened. So I'll figure out what I'm going to be doing in the future. I may go in and do more turtle games. We could go to the Cowabunga collection and see if we can defeat the first turtle games on the NES. There's also Turtles 3 on Game Boy that I still have to do. I did play it a little bit, but I had the cartridge at the time, which does not have save state. It doesn't even allow you to save at all. It gives you passwords to go back to it. That doesn't help you. Especially when the bosses are pretty difficult. There's a certain pattern that you have to follow, and being that the bosses are like huge on the screens, it makes it hard to avoid. So I have to learn that one. A lot of people already knows the first turtle game on the NES being notoriously difficult. Before they started making the beat 'em up version of the turtle games. So I will figure out how I'm going to do that. I will be able to use save states so I can avoid a lot of deaths. That's the game that I would use save states on. There is no easy version on that game. Capcom was not generous enough to make an easy version of that game. There are some other games. I do have a DS port of Turtles 3 for the 2003 TMNT series that we can do. It'll have to be emulated though, but there's still more Castlevania games that we're still got to do. Once I get done with Curse of Darkness, I want to go and do the Game Boy Advance version of them. I'm waiting for Andy to get going with Super Castlevania. He wants to finish up the original Castlevania 3 that he has on PC. So there's a bunch of Castlevania games that we're going to be working on trying to get completed. A lot of the older Castlevania games aren't that easy, no. But I played the Japanese version of Castlevania 3, which was slightly easier than the American release. The Japanese port to the original Castlevania is very easy. You don't have a when you get hit, you don't have a hit back onto it. He just gets hit, and you don't lose like 2 or 3 health when you get hit. It's just 1. So they made it a lot easier on the Japanese port. When they transferred the game from a disc to a cartridge, because you can find the cartridge port, the Famicom port of Castlevania on a cartridge, which is the easier version. They didn't do that over here in the US. They did not give us an easy one. So yeah, relatively the harder Castlevania, the older Castlevania games are a little bit harder. Super Castlevania, it's still difficult, but it's still defeatable. Then you have Bloodlines, which was on the Genesis, which you play 2 characters. You can play John Morris. I don't remember the other one. I don't remember the name of the other one, but you can play the other character as well. They substantially have their own roots. So you're basically playing 2 different games in one. So there's also Kid Dracula. Kid Dracula is slightly difficult, but apparently that was Konami's answer to a kid version of Castlevania. Still slightly difficult, but it's not exactly, I wouldn't say it's canon to the Castlevania series, but it's related to Castlevania. You'll find that in the Castlevania's Anniversary Collection. They added a few games on there. They have what they call the Advanced Collection, which is just Game Boy Advance ports of Castlevania. I have them all on cartridge. I may just do them right off the Switch. Because for one, visually it looks better. Even though I do have a Game Boy player connected to GameCube, and I can connect it to HDMI. But I think you guys want it to be a more than 720p. You want that 1080p look. So, yes, I have them on cartridge form. Circle of the Moon, Aria of Sorrows, and Harmony of Dissonance are the 3 advanced titles for Castlevania, they are Metroidvania style, which took after Symphony of the Night. Which we will eventually get Symphony of the Night as well. I also have Rondo of Blood. I have a version of Rondo of Blood that's not on the PSP. I played a little bit of it. It is quite difficult. There is a difficult part when you're playing Richter, and then you can essentially make the game easier by playing Maria. Maria is an experience where you can actually play the game easy mode, as I would call it. All in one game on a chip. It's a collection, yes. Though I don't have it on a cartridge. It's on the Switch. So you have to go into the eShop, buy it. Actually, you can go on any console and do it. If you have a Steam account, you can go and type in Castlevania, and those collections should be available on Steam as well. So I think Steam is having quite of an issue with their app. The in-game purchase, not in-game purchase. The purchase method is apparently being blocked by certain credit card companies and PayPal. So the application may be not working for some people. Don't know when that's going to be fixed. But yeah, it's on Steam. You can go to the website. If you have your account open on the website, you should be able to open it directly from the website. But the app itself is probably, because I tried opening Steam app and it won't open. Steam's on this computer too. Tried opening that, it doesn't open up. But you should be able to access your account off the internet. Search up Castlevania, you should be able to find it there. Yeah. I don't know when they're going to get it fixed. I'm sure they're aware of it. Should have 3 different Castlevania collections. You have the Anniversary Collection, you have the Advanced Collection. There is a DS Collection. I don't remember what the collection's called, but there's 3 DS games onto it. You have, which I own the DS copies. Donisarios, Fortress of Ruins, and Order Ecclesia. Which each of those collections, they have additional games that's onto it that you can play it. There is like a Dracula X for the Super Nintendo, because we never got Rondo of Blood. Rondo of Blood did not come out on the Super Nintendo. It came out on the PC Engine, which was not an American release. They had TurboGrafx 16, but it didn't come over here in the States. Which would have been nice, but I got the PC Engine port of Rondo of Blood. You can basically play that game without knowing Japanese. I already know the text because I own Dracula X Chronicles for PSP, so it's translated. So, yeah. You won't get Rondo of Blood on either of the collection. I wonder if they forgot about it. Symphony of the Night's not even on there either. They probably forgot about it too. They may add those games if they decide to release the PS2 and the N64 together, because those one hasn't been redone yet. I kind of want them to actually redo the game mechanics for those. Because the Curse of Darkness has a grinding issue. There's also a balance issue. If you watch the stream on Thursday, you understand the balance issue, which leads me to do more grinding. Lament of Innocence, which came out before Curse of Darkness, there is a, it's mostly gameplay issue, which means it's got a fixed camera. The fixed camera makes it difficult for platforming, which it's an isometrical game with platform. If you played any isometrical games with platforming, you know how difficult they can be. Super Mario RPG is an example. An RPG, but it's an isometrical platformer as well. Nintendo made it easier on the player by adding a shadow for Mario so that you can line the shadow with the platform. Not so well on a lot of the other ones because they didn't think about this shadow. Just a shadow, yes. When Mario jumps, he creates a shadow underneath him. You can move Mario and line the shadow up with the platform. You'll be able to land right on top of the platform right there. You can use it as a judging. Just that small little detail to help the player know where to land their character. And many other games fail to do that. Makes isometrical games a lot easier. They should have implemented that in Lament of Innocence because the platforming would have been a lot better. There's so many other isometrical games on the Genesis. They didn't even think about adding this little tiny shadow on a platform so the player can see where the character is going to be landing. Doesn't matter how high this character jumps, that little shadow is all they need to see where that character is going to land. You like Zelda, plushie? Yes, just a dot. Slightly bigger than a dot, but it's a little tiny shadow that shows up on a platform to let the player know where they're going to be landing. You play Zelda, there's a there's a couple of Zelda-like games that I think you probably will be interested in. There's a game called Beyond Oasis, which is on both of these. Not a Zelda fan, I see. But you may still be interested in them. There's one called Beyond Oasis. It's on the Genesis. The character name, I believe, is named Ali. They call it Beyond Oasis here in the United States because in other countries it's called the story of Thor, which the name Thor is copyrighted here in the United States. So they cannot call the game the story of Thor in the States, so they just call it Beyond Oasis, which is the same game. Essentially the same game. It's just they eliminate the reference of Thor. So the story opens up that you find a golden gauntlet. You wear it. The spirit within inside the gauntlet talks to you, and then your adventure begins. That's how Beyond Oasis starts. I want to try to think of the other one. Copyright. Yeah, Thor is copyrighted. By Marvel, I believe. Thor is copyrighted by Marvel or DC. One of those. That's okay, Dai. Thor is copyrighted either by Marvel or DC, one of those two. They couldn't use Thor because the Thor is essentially copyrighted. Okay.
What I ask is that?
The statue was found at the scene. Someone hit Mayor Tenma over the head with it. It had been wrapped in a large cloth before the alderman's murder.
Let me see what a demon knows about such a thing. Yeah, something wrapped in just such a cloth does call. A secret gift from the alderman Caribbean would seem. However, had not a chance to see it till now, for the cloth did conceal it.
Maybe the cloth fell off or was removed after the mayor was struck.
But that Damien does not know.
Secret gift? Interesting. Maybe Jinxie knows something about it. I should question him about the blackmail letter too. Let's see what he has to say when I show it to him. Okay.
This is the accursed blackmail letter that was sent to Damien.
They sent to Damien, not the Ultimate. Apparently somebody slipped it into the Alderman's pocket. We believe someone, probably the killer, stole it from Mayor Tenma's briefcase. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
Ka! You have questions, do you? Very well, ask away, mortal.
Who placed this letter in Alderman's pocket?
Very few were they who knew the letter was in Damien's briefcase.
So whoever knew about the blackmail letter being in the mayor's briefcase is a potential suspect in its theft and placement in the alderman's pocket.
Could it have been his doing?
Mr. Mayor? Mr. Taro? Did you just remember something?
And I did. There was but one other who knew of this letter, Damien's aide, Florent Lebel. Full knowledge of the briefcase content did that Indeed possessed.
Then he may be the blackmailer and the murderer we're looking for.
That is preposterous. He's a most trusted adversary. He would never betray Damien.
Looks like he did now. Seems like Mayor 10 is a bit too trusted those around him. Still, this is huge. Now we know who might have slipped the blackmail letter in the alderman's pocket. Look out, Florence LaBelle. Here comes justice. Let's go find Mr. LaBelle and rake him over the coals. Thanks for the help. You've just given us a major lead. Blackmail letter updated in the court record. There's something that still bothers me. If Mr. LaBelle is the killer, what could have motivated him to open the forbidden chamber? We should probably search it for clues. Only one problem. How do you open a locked door that doesn't have a keyhole? Let's go talk to Jinxie. Maybe she can help. So we're done here. So we're going to Yokai Lane. See if she's here. If she's not here, she's probably at the garden. So if we don't find her in Yokai Lane, we're going to probably find her at the garden. April 18th, Nine Tails Vale, Yokai Lane. Hey, isn't that... me? Jinxie! Acting rather strange. That was some no good 9-tailed fox. You shall know the terror that is mine. Here. Okay, but you shall pay dearly, all of you. Jinxie, are you alright? Is that you, Mr. Demon Lawyer? Morning, Jinxie. Morning. Isn't it already past noon? And what am I doing here? Last I remember, I laid down to take a nap back at the manor. Oh no, it must have been the Magaragashi. The Magaragashi? Ever wake after a restless night's sleep to find your pillow is in an unusual place? Or that you've been sleeping on the floor or in the hallway? Well, it's the yokai's fault. The Makaragashi preys on people while they're asleep. Sounds like you just need to be tucked in real tight, or maybe a snug sleeping bag. Dai, are you afraid of this yokai too? Jinxie, how come you don't have any charms on your forehead? I don't? Oh, they must have fallen off. Without them, evil things can creep into me. I'd say we had a more than adequate demonstration of that just now. I better reapply them. Jinxie, there's something we wanted to ask. There was something I wanted to tell you too. I remembered something else. You did? What was it? Jinxie, can you tell us what you remembered? Well, after the trial, I remembered lots of stuff. But there was one thing I thought was really weird. I'm almost afraid to ask, but here goes. Really? What? It's about the yokai feathers and traps. They weren't there when I first opened the door. Wait, what? Are you sure? Uh-huh. My memory is crystal clear now. So you're saying they were left at the scene after you found it? This could spell major trouble, Apollo. Why? Because Jinxie is already accused of leaving the feathers and tracks at the scene. If they weren't there when she discovered the crime scene, it will totally fuel the claim that she fabricated the evidence later on. Ow! Jinxie's fuzzy memory of the whole incident is really working against us. The prosecution will probably say that she doesn't remember planting the evidence. Good luck rebutting that. Oh, man, this is not good. Sure hope she didn't plant the evidence while she was sleepwalking or something. Jinxie, you wouldn't happen to know how to open the forbidden chamber, would you? The door doesn't even have a keyhole. Well, it's supposed to have a secret mechanism. Say you have to figure it out before the keyhole will appear. A secret mechanism? Really? Huh? It's hidden in the fox chamber. Only Alderman Kirby knew what it was and how it worked. The Alderman of Nine-Tailed Vale sure loves his secret. Apollo, let's go see if we can find that secret mechanism. Whoa, slow down there. There's something else I need to ask about. Jinxie, is there only one key to the forbidden chamber? Uh-huh. Even the Alderman's master key won't open it. That's because it's a very special room, and that must never be opened. Guess that means nobody entered the forbidden chamber after the murder. After all, we know Mayor Tenma took the key from the killer and swallowed it, so the mayor's efforts to keep the killer out of the forbidden chamber were not in vain. Forbidden chamber key updated in the court record. Okay. So we should be able to go to the fox chamber. Maybe not. Yes, we do need to go to the fox chamber. Justice needs backup sometimes too, so I don't mind you asking for help. But you should start by thinking things over yourself. After all, the room to justice starts with your own first steps. Ha ha ha. If you don't have any information offered, you could just say no. I feel like we're missing something. What's this? A Shugamagami? Shugamagami? The yokai that inhabits objects that have been used for a really long time. The red demon and the Shugamagami. What a strange combination. Is everything to her some supernatural phenomena? We're missing something here. Going into the garden and the foyer doesn't help us. Yes, I just remembered something. We did forget something. That's what we got. Alderman Kruby made that statue. It's a token of goodwill. I think it was meant to be for the Nine-Tailed Vale in Tenmataro Town. A token of goodwill? But the two yokais are fighting. Fighting? Oh, I see what you mean. The cup portion is missing. This statue originally depicted the two yokais holding up a cup in celebration. So apparently this was supposed to symbolize a merger. Maybe they were on the verge of merging. But it sure doesn't look like that way now, does it? Maybe it broke when it was used to hit Mayor Tenma on the head. That would explain it. I guess the only two people who knew about it really looked like were the alderman and I. Now it's just me, but a symbol of goodwill will be forever etched in my mind. Fox and Demon statue updated in the court record. So, is there anything else we should know about Jinxie? No, that's about it. Uh-oh. Ah! My bracelet's reacting. Jinxie, you wouldn't happen to be injusticely just. Yikes! Yes! Ah! Detective Fulbright, what are you doing here? I have business with this young lady, if you must know. Prosecutor Blackwell has asked me to question her. Question me? Sorry, not interested. Are you sure you're here to ask about the whole yokai affair? That's right. Specifically, we want to ask... Oh, but I can't tell you that now, can I? Oh, come on, please. We're partners in justice, right? No. Prosecutor Blackwell specifically told me my questions were of the utmost justice. I will not fall for your lies. In justice we trust. The Twisted Samurai sure has him on a short leash. So, you're not a ghost? Maybe some sort of urban troll, then? Now, come along, Miss Tenma. To the station with you. He took her away. Missed my chance to see what she was lying about. Well, at least we found out there's a secret mechanism for opening the chamber. Let's go check it out. Just hope they let us in. April 18th. To Ruby Manor, Garden. Oh, now it's here in blue. Oh, what an absolutely fabulous set. I'm so glad I had these carnations imported from England. Nothing but the finest will do. Perhaps I should place one aside for our dearly departed alderman. Hey, it's Mr. LaBelle. Apollo, let's ask him about you-know-what. Oh yeah, before we search the fox chamber, we must ask about the blackmail. Why, if it isn't the mayor's little lawyer? What do you want with me? There's something we wanted to ask. What's the ringing? Where's the ringing come from? You'll have to excuse. Hello, LaBelle here. What the? The Joker? Well, it'll be a lot more of a surprise later on, I assure you. Those things on his shoulders are cell phones. I think we referenced the Joker in another stream, right, Di? Yeah, about that, you must forgive me. This whole matter with Mayor Tenma has been a complete nightmare. Where do you buy clothes like that? Yeah. First day investigation, when he had his blonde hair. Now he's got blue hair. Wait until you see the trial. Surprise! This is my own special design. It's the ultimate in functional beauty. Functional beauty? Are you sure about that? Looks a bit unwieldy to me. Ah! You simply don't have an eye for beauty. Anytime he wants to spray perfume in my face, I'd just go get a cop and say, you know, he tried to kill me. Spray perfume in my face and I have asthma. If having an eye for beauty means looking like this guy, I'd rather be blind. So, what do you want with me? Both Jinxie and Mr. Phil said they saw Tenmataro. What about you, Mr. Bell? Bell? You in the foyer, why didn't you go? Very well, I admit it. That's right, I, Mr. Bell, saw the demon Tenmataro. We did see something. Then why did you lie about not seeing him? I was simply trying to protect your little Jinxie. Protect Jinxie? What do you mean? Why, don't tell me you haven't heard of the strange little habit of hers. Which one are we talking about? The one where she wanders around making mischief without knowing what she's doing. Rumor has it she's possessed by Tenmataro. That one's new to me. Well, there you have it. Anytime you hear about Tenmataro sightings, little Jinxie should be your prime suspect. Tell us more about that rumor. So, what about that rumor about Jinxie? They say she's possessed. Not all the time, of course. It hits subtly, and she starts wandering around doing strange things. Is that so? Although, come to think of it, that looking so good, nine-tailed fox, he shall know the terror that is mine in despair. That certainly would explain how she was acting earlier. Once she even put on a Tenmataro costume, wander around the woods at night. She's dead. I wish I'd never asked. Does she remember anything while she's possessed? Unfortunately, no. She doesn't seem to remember a thing during these episodes. Memory lost during possession. Come to think of it, her memory of the murder scene was quite fuzzy. I suppose that was caused by her possession. Ah, then maybe. So, you do understand. That whole yokai business was entirely of her own making. Now, wait a minute. Although, that yokai evidence wasn't there until after she discovered the crime scene. She did leave those black feathers and strange tracks there. Did she leave those black feathers and strange tracks there herself? Apollo, Let's ask Mayor Tenma about Jinxie's episode the next time we talk with him. Alright. But... What is that? The blackmail letter. But it wasn't sent to Alderman Karubi. It was sent to Mayor Tenma. And... Your point being? Someone took the letter from the mayor's briefcase and then placed it in the alderman's pocket after he was murdered. Oh, you don't say! You wouldn't happen to be the one who made the switch, would you? After all, you're the one who knew about the blackmail letter was in his briefcase. So naturally you... Perhaps that shot of cologne will make those scales fall from your eyes. Or my eyes will fall from their sockets. Is it possible that you would like to frame me as a potential suspect? What would make you raise such an outrageous allegation in the first place? Well... My only crime is being born as beautiful as you can see here. In other words, you have nothing. Now let me show you what to do with this garbage. You can't destroy evidence like that. What do you mean I can't? I just did. Feel a little lighter now. You just want a one-way trip to the top of my most annoying person ever list, buddy. Are we done with your silly questions now? I'm a very busy man, you know. Ugh. Guess that's it for... Hello? LaBelle speaking? Really? You wish to carry my new product at your store? Oh, but I'm afraid it's my own private brand. It's not available to the public. What? Then I shouldn't advertise it on TV? But I don't understand. As the embodiment of beauty, it is my duty to announce my good looks to the world. Stop the bus. I'm getting off. Everyone, my exclusive Jesus LaBelle brand product. It's a crown jewel of my collection. Born of my long, relentless pursuit of beauty. But now that it's become so popular, it's been an absolute nightmare. You don't say. Well, they can't have it. It's just for me. It's not meant for you peasants. Peasants? This is my latest product. I'm calling it the Couleur Milabelle. A dazzling hair color that you wash out with just water. Guess that means you can't sweat. I have 7 colors in all. You can find out more in my commercials and magazine ads. Yet it's not available to the public? Great sales strategy there, genius. Come to think of it, Mr. LaBelle, your hair color has changed since the last time we met. The little lady has quite the discerned eye. Here's a little sample, considered a gift for one who truly appreciates beauty. Oh, follow? What should I do? Better take it before you get a face full of cologne. Good point. Wow, thanks, Mr. LaBelle. Couleur Me LaBelle added to the core record. Okay, let's head over to the Fox. We still gotta find the secret mechanism for opening the Forbidden Chamber. April 18th, Ruby Manor, Fox Chamber. Okay, let's find the secret mechanism for opening the Fox Chamber door. Oh, this is so exciting! Can't wait to see how it works. But do you really think the killer entered the Forbidden Chamber? We'll just have to open it to find out. We should also see if there was anywhere the killer could have hid in this room. Okay, let's get started. Operate. So the crime scene was locked tight. At the time. This is a tough one. The only people in this room were the deceased and the alderman. Deceased, the alderman, and the mayor. Maybe the killer hid somewhere in the room. But is there really anywhere to hide in the fox chamber? That was quite a day in court. The news just can't stop talking about how the demon Tenmataro made an appearance. Never an exorcist around when you need one. Well, I heard the judge actually held an exorcism in his courtroom after that. Good, let's hope it's the last we'll see of the pain in the neck yokai. Oh no, I have a feeling Tenmataro could exorcise an exorcist. As an attorney defending a demon, I know exactly how that feels. Okay. So we want to do this. We want to look at this. Two foxes stand back to back, are depicted on this elegant folding screen. Could this have something to do with the keyhole? Wait a minute. Two foxes. There are two fox statues on the fox 12. Maybe the keyhole will appear if we do something to this folding screen. But I don't see anything unusual about it. So, it does have two foxes on it. There are two fox statues in front of the door. Then maybe there's a clue somewhere in this room. Let's turn the whole place upside down. He's as excited as a kid in a candy store. Alright, so we'll look at the back of that. Should be some. There's a carving of the nine-tailed fox over the door and the statue of him on the other side. The way these two are glaring, it's like they're guarding the door from us. Come to think of it, there are two foxes on the folding screen as well. It can't be a coincidence, can it? Hey! This statue moved! Don't get carried away now, I mean, who knows? It might trigger a trap. I can handle it. If a spear comes shooting my way, I'll snatch it out of the air. After all, I have the reflexes of a regular karate kid. I guess if you can catch something that fast out of midair, you can accomplish anything. Still, there might be something to the fact that these fox statues rotate. Maybe there's something around here that shows the position. I don't think we'll find anything else there. Maybe the killer hid under this table. That would be a terrible hiding place. The alderman's body would have been right above. Maybe you're right. Guess the underside is a bit. Wait, there's something under the table. Check it out. Hey look, there's something down here. Looks like a piece of something. One question is, a piece of what? Oh, I know. It might be a piece of the statue. Remember what Jinxie said. Statues originally depicted two yokai holding up a cup. It was a symbol of goodwill. So this piece broke off and rolled under the table. Fox and demon statue updated into the court record. Still no keyhole, huh? Yeah, and the door won't budge, just like those spiky bangs of yours. Well, all it takes is some water, but I don't think that would work on the door. Oh, I know. I'll break it down with a body slam. I seriously doubt you could do that. How do you know if I haven't even tried? No, wait, don't! Ugh! As much as you hate losing, Athena, I think the door would win this match. Well, I can't think of anything else. You find anything, Apollo? We'll never find the keyhole to the forbidden chamber at this rate. There's something about that folding. You know how the fox statues in front of the forbidden chambers move? That screen might be a clue as to how we're supposed to position them or something. Hey, I bet you're right. Let's go over the screen with a fine-tooth comb. On closer inspection, I think there's more to this screen than meets the eye. Let's check every last inch of it. I can rotate the folding screen with the R direction. And if I spot anything of interest, I can press A on it to inspect it further. You can also zoom in and out with the X and B button to get a better look. Now, let's check every last inch of it. Okay. What's this? Looks like a keyhole or something. You think it could be the keyhole to the forbidden chamber? No, it's just a picture. Still, you know what they say, a picture's worth 1,000 words. It's a picture of a key. The shape looks awfully familiar. Oh, I know! It's shaped like the forbidden chamber's key. Wait, what about the keyhole drawn on the center of the screen? You think the two are related? A key and a keyhole. Ooh. I just got an idea. If we fold the screen up just right, the key and the keyhole should overlap. Hey, I think you're right. Let's give it a try. Look, a door. Yeah, and it's open too. The two foxes are facing each other, so... Hey, what if we made the fox statues face each other? Apollo, let's go check out the two statues. Okay, let me move the two statues so they face each other. Just like on the screen. Look! A lock appeared. Now we can use the key. Okay, here goes nothing. It worked. Time to see why this chamber is so forbidden. What secrets could it hold, I wonder? April 18th, Ruby Manor. Forbidden chamber. These doors need some serious oil. Ah, that was like nails on a chalkboard. Oh, right. Forgot about those super good ears of yours. Look, more feathers. What the heck is that? Is that a Temataro statue? But there's something odd about it. All I know is I don't like it, but I can't explain why. You okay, Athena? You look kind of pale. You're not scared, are you? What? This thing? Don't make me laugh. Really? Hey, look. What? What is it? Over there on the left, there's a bunch of staffs on the rack. They kind of look like the staff we saw earlier. You mean the one Jinxie said she saw Temataro carrying? Yeah, I bet our Temataro impersonator really did come in here at some point. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's search the place. What's this? Whatever it is, this packaging is really gaudy. The fact that there's no dust on it means it hasn't been here very long. Oh, it's hand cream. Let's see what brand it is. Jesus Labelle. Labelle? What the? But then, what's that mean? Mr. Labelle was here? I guess so, but why? Well, whoever was dressed up like Temataro must have taken a staff from here in the Forbidden Chamber. And that same person probably dropped this hand cream at that time. In other words, the Temataro impersonator we're looking for is none other than Born LaBelle. This might be a big break for us in court tomorrow. Now all we have to do is get the truth out of Mayor Tenma. Hand cream added to the court record. Black feathers. They look exactly like the ones in the Fox chamber. That means the killer must have been in here at some point. The question is, why? Maybe the Temataro costume was hidden in here, I mean. If someone carried it through the manor, it would have stuck out like a sore thumb. But when did the killer get in here? The mayor snatched the Forbidden Chamber key when the killer hit him on the head. That means the killer would have only gotten in here before the murder. Wow. It's a tough riddle, alright. Hey, there's a bunch of staffs here. And it looks like one's missing. The Temataro Jinxie saw must have taken it. I'd have to agree. These look like the one Detective Fulbright showed us. Why do you think there's so many here? Maybe they're spears? Temataro might be, you know, absent-minded or something? The fact that he has a spear staff's handy. Well, it shows that he's aware of his faults and is trying to deal with them. Or at least that's my take on it. Maybe this will remind her to deal with her own faults, but I won't hold my breath. Stone lantern. Like those Japanese garden lamps? Where's the switch? Lamps like these are lit by fire, not electricity, so there is no switch. Oh, here it is. What? It was hidden out of sight. I see Temataro's cell has been outfitted with all the amenities a yokai could want. Looks like an old scroll, and here's something drawn on it. Unless I'm mistaken, it looks like an old guy. Some sort of monk, maybe? Monk? What are you talking about? You know, people that take walks in the mountain as a form of spiritual training. Wouldn't that just be a hiker? The guy in this picture doesn't look like doing that for fun. Oh, look. There's some yellow things strapped to his strapped to his back. Whoa. It's turning into Temataro. What's this scroll getting at? Is this how Temataro was born? Well, whatever it is, it's definitely creepy. Looks like a gravestone or whatever. It reads, "Here lies Temataro, age 80. Cause of death, choked on a chicken bone." Say, is it so? Besides, that sounds more like an autopsy report than an epitaph, if you ask me. Wait, you're joking around because you're scared. It's your coping mechanism. I'm not scared. We got control right here, baby. Cut it out, widget. Denial is strong in this one. Whoa, that's one big statue. Must be something like 15 feet tall. Look, this Temataro has a staff, but the Temataro in the scroll didn't have one. I wonder why. I feel like this could be a significant. Why? Let's take a closer look. First, to go around this table here. Ah! Apollo! Are you sure that's a good idea? Hey, looks like there's some sort of compartment in the base of the statue. Don't open it! Who knows what might be in there? Just a big empty compartment. And from all the dust and cobwebs, I'd say it hasn't been open in a really long time. That's enough, Apollo! Let's shut it and... Wait, there is something in here. It looks like some sort of figurine, but it's so dusty I can't tell what it's supposed to be. Wonder what it's doing here. Forbidden Chamber figure added to the court record. Anything else? Oh, look, there's an air vent here too. I guess even Forbidden Chambers needs proper ventilation. But I don't think anyone could reach this one either. Yeah, there's nothing to stand on around. I wonder where this vent leads. Well, the Fox Chambers vent doesn't branch this way, so maybe it doesn't have anything to do with this case after all. Guess that about wraps it up. What now? We should probably talk to some of the witnesses again. I mean, like Mr. Filch and Jinxie. Yeah, I really want to ask Mr. Filch about the village superstition in Temataro. Any good ideas yet, Athena? Good ideas? You bet I do. Well, there's that thing. Thing? What thing? You saw right through me, didn't you? Huh? You mean you really didn't have nothing? You really have nothing for me? No, sorry, I just got a little carried away. Oh boy, bluffing is obviously not her strength. Seems we finally have the real killer in our sight. The only person to threaten Mayor Tenma push for the municipal merger, and to be identified as the mayor disguised as Temataro, is none other than Mayor Tenma's aide, Florence LaBelle. We're in for a fight tomorrow. Let's banish Temataro, both literally and figuratively. Yeah, we'll be fine between the two of us. We'll send the yokai packing along with the twisted samurai of a prosecutor. Let's do it! Okay, so first we're going to go into foyer. April 18th. Ruby Manor. Foyer.
It's the curse, the curse, the curse of Timataro! You outsiders are ignoring the superstitions at Pharaoh. Mind your own business, will ya? Ah!
Youch! What's all this about a curse?
Timatara's gonna curse us all if you stop sneaking your nose where it doesn't belong. Stop the investigation. Listen to what them superstition says.
Right. How about obeying the law before you go obeying the superstitions?
Huh?
Hey, what are you doing with Widget around your neck? He's mine! You know better than to go around stealing people's stuff like that. Same goes for my bracelet.
Sorry, I promise I won't do it again.
You almost kidnapped my sweet little Widget!
You big jerk! I'm sorry.
I guess you can't teach an old raccoon dog new tricks. As long as we have him here, we have... Yeah, I guess we should ask him about what happened.
I can't believe you did that! It's one thing to steal a pair of shoes, but to steal widgets? Yikes! Mercy, mercy! I can't seem to control myself. It's the thieving blood running in my veins.
Thieving blood? What's that supposed to mean?
Glad you asked. Even as bad as Azuki Kazo was my grandpappy. There's a... Take a gander at that.
What exactly am I looking at? Looks like another one of those yokai to me.
None other than the Azuki Kazo. Robbed from the rich to give to the poor, he did. And he'd leave one of these figures at the scene of the crime. What's more, I'm his grandson, because he was my grandpappy.
Wow, you don't say.
Eve's honor. It's the honest truth. Ah, that's sloshing on us. Azuki. Scraping together in the dead of night. Magic sound of dirty money getting washed clean from giving out to the poor. I'm Azuki Kazo. Wash your money. Give her out of wealth. Reborn.
Forget the money. You should be washing yourself of this nasty habit. Wait a second. This figure looks familiar. Yes, it looks just like that old dusty figure we found in the Forbidden Chamber. Forbidden Chamber figure updated into the court record.
Hey! What you doing with that there figure?
Oh, this? We found it in the Forbidden Chamber. Looks like it's been there practically forever.
Could be my grandpappy broke into the Forbidden Chamber way back. Hey, that reminds me. You once told me there's treasure in their chamber.
Treasure? Unfortunately, we didn't find any treasure. What do you know about the treasure in the Forbidden Chamber?
Only that it's the greatest get-rich-quick chance in the universe. Grandpappy told me about it. Said there's an amazing treasure in there.
Something amazing there. Didn't see anything like that, though. Your grandfather didn't, by chance, already steal it, did he?
Seeing how there's one of those figures in there, that just might be. That's Grandpappy for ya. And he washed the treasure up real good before handing it out to the poor.
Oh, of course. Because he was so righteous. He was a true Robin Hood. In court, you mentioned seeing Temataro near the scene of the crime.
I don't believe right away, but some superstitious got the better of me.
People in Ninetales Vale sure seems like a superstitious bunch. I'm not surprised you wouldn't want to talk about seeing Temataro.
Darn right, them superstitions scare me out of my wits, I tell ya. I'm gonna do exactly what they say from now on.
You plan on staying here in Ninetales Vale?
Yep, I'm gonna keep living right here and keep with the old ways, just like Grandpappy did. And superstitions are like a rule book to me.
Wait, so you're saying you're actually believing in those old wives' tales?
Ain't ya been listening to a word I said?
Going to do exactly what them superstition says? Well, I say that's baloney. So Die, we get to pull up some evidence. This is your part. There's one piece of evidence that we can only use on him. He's not going to help you in this situation because we're looking for...
Take that!
Clearly written right here. Ignoring the superstition will cost you your soul. There is, however, one way to save it. Your immediate departure from the village.
Ah!
So according to this, you shouldn't even be here, let alone talking with us. You said you plan on staying right here in Ninetales Vale. But if you really believe in the superstitions, you would have been long gone by now. I know you've been lying to me. Time to come clean, Mr. Filch.
Yaves!
You were lying about believing the superstitions, weren't you?
I didn't have no choice.
So what was the real reason why you couldn't talk about seeing Temataro?
Oh, that pretty boy fought Mr. LaBelle, if you know what I mean. Told me not to say a word about seeing Temataro. Said if I did, he'd do to me what them superstitions said would happen.
So it was Mr. LaBelle who muzzled you. Why would Mr. LaBelle want to scare you into silence?
Mr. LaBelle was trying to protect the little maid gal. It was an account of the rumor that one about her being possessed.
Rumor again. I guess we really do have to talk to Mayor Tenma about the possession rumor. Ouch! Hey, watch it! Village superstition stolen by Penis Filch.
I'll be taking this back now. Kinda like family to me.
You could have just asked instead of stealing it. Was that all we wanted to ask Mr. Filch? Yeah, I think that was it. Let's go see Mr. Temataro one more time. Just thinking about dealing with that yokai makes me want to say pass. April 18th. Detention Center. Visitor's room. Lord Tenma, your attorneys are here to see you, Mr. Malevolent. Oh, this is Mayor Tenma now, because you can see his daughter has visited him.
Why are you speaking that?
Oh, Mayor Tenma, you've returned.
Yes, Jinxie came by earlier to apply a new charm to my head. Seems to be depressive demon within me.
That's a relief. Maybe we'll actually get somewhere with this. Somewhere this time.
What can I do for you?
We'd like to ask about the rumor that Jinxie is possessed. He allegedly left the yokai evidence at the scene while under a demon's power. At least that's what the prosecution is going to claim at tomorrow's trial. Uh-oh. Huh?
Your match is at warning time for me.
Ah! The charm! Tenmataro's back!
Those foolish mortals, they shall regret blaming that child for my doings.
Ugh, I blew it. That question brought the yokai back. Probably won't drop the act until Jinxie's name is cleared either. We'd like to ask you about something your aide, Florent LaBelle, mentioned. Did you know Jinxie is rumored to be possessed?
I know not what you speak.
You're not trying to protect Jinxie, are you?
I, Tenmataro, Demon Lord of the Yokai, protects a mere mortal? Ka ka ka! No affection do I possess for your race of humans.
Please, we already proved that there was a third party disguised as a yokai at the scene. But if you deny that tomorrow, we'll never be able to clear Mayor Tenma's name.
I've already told you. I know not what you speak.
I don't think we'll get anything more out of him. It's all over unless we can somehow prove that Jinxie didn't plant that yokai evidence. Hey, Apollo, I think I got this one. I think I can prove that she didn't do it. Really? Sure. I should be able to use psychology to explain the whole possession thing. Knock yourself out then. Wow, Athena's really something. I can really count on her when it counts. Mayor Tenma, Jinxie isn't possessed. I believe her so-called possession episodes are a form of somnambulism. Somnambulism? I am really saying that wrong. You mean sleepwalking? Yes, I believe she is exhibiting a rare form of the disorder. It's usually brought on by repressed stress. Mr. Mayor, didn't her symptoms start soon after she began her job in Ninetales Vale?
And the child business path. Just speak of getting yokai and how they rob her of her sleep.
Knew it. Lack of sleep is causing her to enter an unconscious state. That means she can't be trying to protect you. At least not at a conscious level. So then the Tenmataro that was spotted at the manor wasn't Jinxie?
Sleepwalking, eh? I would indeed explain the matter.
Look! Tenmataro spirit. It's left the mayor's body. can you tell us the truth now, Mayor Tema?
Very well. The least I could do for superb exorcists such as you.
Exorcist? Mayor Tema, you didn't leave those feathers and tracks at the scene, did you?
Neither I nor drinks here have anything. That was the killer's doing without.
Knew it.
You suspect Florence behind all this? Why? Really want Ninetails veiled that badly?
Can you think of any reason why?
Back being fixated on Temitaro.
Oh.
Ah! Could it be? Perhaps he was attempting to release Temitaro.
That's crazy. Are you saying that yokai is real?
Whatever the case, Temitaro brings nothing but pain and misfortune. It says the superstitious warn, you must not gaze upon him nor free him from his prison.
But how can people actually believe that? Well, at least we know who's behind this whole Temitaro thing now. Yeah, and I think we need to have another nice, long chat with Mr. LaBelle.
Your dinner is ready, your malevolent.
Ah, an offering to demon. You may place it right there.
Stitching through poured their heart and soul into making.
Did they? Souls happen to favorite. Just hold the heart time. Ka 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 ka!
Yes, you're malevolent. I'll remember that.
How long is he planning to keep up this yokai charade? Well, we've already talked to Mr. Filt and Mayor Tenma, so why don't we go see Florent LaBelle next time, now that we know the truth? Won't be able to claim that the Temitaro was jinxed for the mayor anymore. The real question is, how are we going to get him to admit it was him? Not going to admit it. April 18th, Ruby Manor, foyer. Okay, now let's practice that again. Filching from the top.
Mr. LaBelle was in the fire at the time of the crime. And when we heard a scream, yeah. What was that next part again? Hey!
You have the memory capacity of a flea. This is the 13th time, you know. Now 100 times more and we're done. What on earth are they practicing?
I ain't good out for this. Whoopsie daisy. Ow! I beg your pardon, Mr. LaBelle, sir. It's just unexpected. Yipes!
Unbelievable, would you? If you would have had soiled my outfit with those grubby paws of yours. Did flinch LaBelle's wallet just now? So, what do you think they're up to this time? Oh, it's you two! Eavesdropping, are we? Oof, you peasants are so tacky! Well, what do you want with me? Your confession to being the Temitaro imposter would be nice right about now. Mr. Phelps filled me in on a conversation you two had about how you told him not to say a word about seeing Temitaro. Filthy, you fool! Yay! I told you nothing good would come out of you running your mouth. So why did you want to keep Mr. Filch quiet like that, Mr. LaBelle? Why, to protect our Jinxie, of course. But Jinxie was never really possessed. She was sleepwalking. Being asleep at the time, she couldn't have been consciously trying to protect the mayor. That also means she couldn't have possibly been Temataro. Interesting. Where are you getting with this? Since you asked so politely, I believe you have a different reason for trying to keep Mr. Filch quiet. The reason would be to deflect doubt away from the one who was really Temataro. Now this is getting interesting. Are you insinuating that I'm Temataro? So sorry to disappoint, but I'm nothing of the sort.
That's right, Mr. LaBelle even told me Temataro was... Ow, 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 ow!
I said Temataro was Jinxie, you fool. Honestly, you have the memory capacity of a flea. Practice it 100 more times.
James!
So, have you been called to testify tomorrow? Yes, and I'm so looking forward to my courtroom debut. But you will just have to wait until then. Ha 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 ha. Oh, I'll be waiting for the special piece of evidence I've been saving just you. Filchy, wake up, you lazy bones.
What? Was I sleeping? Hasn't been that sweet control of yours, Mr. LaBelle. Made me very sleepy, you did.
Well, it's time for your lesson on what to do and say tomorrow.
I'm begging you, not another lesson. I ain't cut out for thinking and remembering stuff. Yay! You're right up the
Snozzler. Keep quiet and do exactly as I say.
No, and please, I ain't even another lesson.
There they go. Now, do you feel sorry for Filch? Poor Filch. Missed our chance to get the truth out of him. Yeah, but we'll get the proof we need in court tomorrow, one way or another. All that's left now is that lie G told. Better go clear that up before tomorrow. Think they're done questioning Jinxie? Maybe. Let's see if she's over at the Yokai Lane shopping for more charms. April 18th. Nine Tails Vale. Yokai Lane.
Accursed Nine-Tailed Fox, the time for settling the score is high. My grudge has been pierced over time, at least vengeance is the task.
Grr! She must be possessed, sleepwalking again. Maybe if I speak softly, I won't startle her and get a charm plastered on my forehead. Jinxie. Huh?
Oh, hello, Mr. Demon Lawyer.
Ah, my charm must have fallen off again. Phew. Guess I can avoid a charm slap by toning down my cords of steel. Hey. Are they done questioning you, Jinxie? Uh-huh. On the way back, I stopped here to buy a new charm that was just released. Yeah, which one? Oh, the one with the Nine-Tails Fox and Temataro. It shows them dancing together. Really? Two bitter rivals dancing together? Uh-huh. It's a charm for rebuilding burnt bridges. Oh, right. For the municipal merge. No, it's for the demon lawyer and the insomniac prosecutor. It'll stop you two from fighting like you did in court this morning. We weren't fighting, it was just a spirited debate. It's what we lawyers. No fighting. Time slapped again. Follow? If you're done playing around, let's find out what she was lying about. Jinxie, it seems like you're starting to remember things. You already said the feathers and tracks weren't there when you discovered the crime. Have you remembered anything else that seemed important? Like what? Tell us what you saw that day. Maybe you'll remember something else this time. I opened the door. Papa and Alden and Ruby were collapsed in the fox chamber. That's when Papa told me to call an ambulance and the police. That's all he said before he passed out in the chair. I knew it. He's holding something back. Whoops. That's not what I want. Alright. Alright, time to perceive. That is interesting. Did you see it die, or do you want to see it again? Oh, that's a charm. Yes, you've probably seen it moving at that particular moment.
Gotcha!
You were very nervous when you said that's all he said, weren't you? I know, because I saw your fingers moving as if you were going to slap someone with a charm. Huh? Listen to me, Jinxie. This is very important. Did Mayor Tema say anything else to you? It was nothing. He was just talking in his sleep. Talking in his sleep? So you admit that he did say something else? How could you tell? Only a demon could have such powers. Like I said, he was just talking in his sleep. I mean, why else would Papa say something like that? Could you be a little more specific? Well, he fainted, he said. Forgive me, Jinxie. I killed all the big Karubi. He said what? The mayor actually confessed to the crime? But he didn't mean it. He couldn't possibly know what he was saying. He was probably possessed, and maybe he was in the middle of a nightmare. Nightmare? No. This is a nightmare. This is one statement I wish I had never heard. What in the world are we going to do now? Return to the basics? That's right. Always believe in your client, no matter what happens. That is a lawyer's greatest and most trusted weapon. Right. Just believe in my client. Even if all I can see ahead is darkness and despair. Jinxie, does Prosecutor Blackwell know about your father's confession? He didn't mention it when he was questioning me. I mean, there's no way Papa's the killer. Why would the mayor confess like that? Could he really have been dreaming or simply delirious? Who knows? But I sure feel like I'm in a living nightmare right now. Paulo, what are we going to do about tomorrow's trial? The crime scene was locked tight until Jinxie arrived, and our clients even confessed. Not only that, Jinxie has been accused of planting the yokai evidence. Both the mayor and Jinxie are going to prison if we don't do something. I know. No. Well, let's see. Our lack of a third party in the locked room is a major problem. Jinxie has testified that when she first opened the door, Alderman Kruby and Mayor Tenma were the only people she saw in the Fox chamber. The real killer must have been hiding in there as well. Considering the room was locked tight, that's the only logical explanation. Our mystery person must have then fled to the Fox chamber when it was opened. And that's when Jinxie saw what she thought was Tenmataro. But Papa and the other were the only people there. I didn't see anyone else. What's going on here? LaBelle's extremely pale, but he is far from transparent. So just how did he hide himself at the scene of the crime? Whatever it takes in court tomorrow, Apollo, we have to take down that dirty, rotten Tenmataro Florent LaBelle. Right, we'll get him with a legal exorcism, justice style. Okay. All right. Questions, thoughts, criticisms? I mistakenly copied my save file over Apollo Justice, which should have been on save 2, but oh well. It is what it is. Anyways, yeah, what did we learn? There is some importance in this one. A lot of stuff. So, Florent LaBelle is now a suspect. We just have to present it in court. So, pretty much we've got the answers that we need for the trial. The trial is not going to be fun. So, next Monday, we may expect this stream to hang past 11 o'clock. So, Be prepared for that. Yeah, it's going to probably be that long. The trial is going to take a long time. Trials are long in this one. The investigation is going to end up getting longer in the next episode. So do be prepared for that. Second here, we're going to have a slight pause. Okay. Yes. The further we go in this game, the investigations and trials will get longer. So, yes. Because this game is pretty big. There is going to be a total of 6 cases. 5 cases are going to be original to the game, and then there's going to be a DLC. Which we did not stream the DLC last time because we didn't have the DLC for emulation, and it's not possible to take a 3DS game and emulating it without modding a 3DS. We don't have a modded 3DS. So yeah, the DLC trial will be the first time we've ever streamed it. Spirit of Justice is going to be the same way. Okay, so what's happening for the rest of the week? We're going to Minish Cats tomorrow. We're going to do Die Hack GU on Wednesday. Castlevania Curse of Darkness on Thursday. And of course, The Sims will be on Friday. And as I was telling, while you were gone, I was telling Plushy and anybody who was listening, we're probably doing RPG Maker all this week. If he has a Parsec account, he can actually help in and create maps and help you out create maps. Phoenix has to do it anyway, so he has to be present. So if you guys want to work on maps, that's probably where we're going to end up doing before we get into the story and the game mechanics. Okay. Also, Andy's going to take over on the weekend with Tears of the Kingdom and Resident Evil 4. Going to be quite a few grinding on Curse of Darkness. I probably will do a little bit more grinding with the Innocent Devils, see how high I can get. I don't want to do the gimmick they want me to do where I go and kill so many unicorns and expect that rare drop so I can build a weapon to kill it. If I end up getting to level 80 and I still can't kill it, well, I might have to. I would grind off stream, but I didn't intend on grinding in the first place. See, that's the problem with the game. You don't expect to grind in that game. And being that it's a 45 and I'm in the 70s and I still can't beat the thing, there's something wrong with that picture. Because normally anything that, if you're in the 70s and anything that's in the 40s, they get wiped out just like that. But as you can see, I was still taking 200 damage at level 70 plus. That should not be natural. If I have to do the unicorn gimmick, I might have to do it. But that will also be a grind too. I know some people might not like watching the grind, but, you know, might as well just do it all on stream, you know. It'll get done eventually. Alright. I guess that will be it for me for tonight, guys. You guys all have a wonderful night. The game was like that. You took your rank and switched it. Something like that, I guess. Take care, everybody. Good night.